What's up, everyone? This is RJ Game News USA, and today I hate to do this, but I am calling out a fellow YouTuber of mine. I'm calling you out, Dreamcastguy, for your long litany of bullshit. What you've done this week is the straw that broke the camel's back. We're going to go over my criticisms of you, and first of all, let me start off by saying, no harassment, no personal beef whatsoever. I still watch your channel. In fact, I'm going to continue to watch your channel. I don't mind a difference in opinion whatsoever. However, there are a lot of things I believe that you need to be criticized for. Not just that you're wrong on your opinion, but things that you've done that are very sketchy when it comes to your coverage of gaming. And I'm going to call you out for it right now. So, let's just jump right into it. So, I'm going to start off with what I found was my initial criticisms months ago, but I said nothing. And that is, clearly, you have an absolute hate boner for Xbox. Now, first of all, I'm somebody that plays all three consoles. I'll play Nintendo, I'll play Xbox, I'll play PlayStation. I don't even do PC, but I don't, if you like PC, that's cool. This guy clearly grifts an anti-Xbox hate mob. So, the thing is, I just don't believe some of his criticisms. That's first of all. That's what makes me think he's a grifter. I don't believe everything he says. I don't believe all of his criticisms. I believe he's grifting to a Sony Pony audience. Okay, that's my first real criticism. My second real criticism is that he's beating people over the head with anti-Xbox videos for months, if not years, and using no nuance or logic to actually come to his reasoning and understanding. He's just a hater. Okay? And with that backdrop, we get into what really set this video into motion, which is he turned his attention to hating on the Nintendo Switch 2. He often would cite the price, when the price on the Nintendo Switch 2 is lower than the PS5. It's way lower than the PS5 Pro. And so he's really focused in and honed in on this price aspect. He claims he's not interested in a Switch 2, but then he goes out and he buys one. This guy's a complete joke, guys. He's just grifting. He's being anti-Xbox, and now he's being anti-Nintendo. He's trying to get hate watchers from those people, which can work. And he's trying to get Sony ponies to be on his side and, you know, give him the thumbs up. So that's what he's doing here. You know, he's being a little bitch boy about the price. Which leads me to my next criticism. This guy who owns a shitload of games, who spends a shitload of money on gaming, begged his audience to buy him teeth. Okay? Now, I have fucked up teeth too, just like Dreamcastguy. Maybe not as bad as he did. But I will never ask my audience to fund my fucking dentures like he did. You are pathetic as a man, sir. You are a working man that can earn your own money. You are an unintelligent man who can't save his money. So you had to rely on your audience to send you money. You sold your collection, supposedly. Then you had people send you money, and you've done nothing since but just buy a bunch of shit. You bitch about the price of things, yet you continue to buy them. Are you DSP? Should we check your WWE Champions account, sir? Because you are quickly turning into Darkside Phil if people actually gave a shit about you and knew who you were. So that's my next criticism. My next criticism is he talked about Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Or no, not Mario Kart 8. He talked about Mario Kart World poorly. He bitched about the $80 price tag. Keep in mind, and I tell this to everybody who's bitching about the $80 price tag, the game could come bundled with the Switch 2, where it's only basically $50. Okay? So So the game is bundled in, and you can play it on your Switch 2, and you don't have to pay the $80. Also, I will say, after spending some time with the Switch 2, the game is worth $80. Mario Kart World is worth $80. Suck a dick if you don't think it is. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe sold 75 million units, and it's like the 4th greatest selling game of all time, and this game is better than that. So, sorry, even if GTA 6 is $80, that also deserves to be $80. Now, Borderlands 4, I don't believe so. But you know who votes with their wallet? You do. You, the audience, does. And Dreamcastguy, guess what? Played Mario Kart World. And bought Mario Kart World. And so he's a hypocrite. He's a hypocrite. He'll say it's for work, it's for his job. Dude, if you never played the Switch 2, you never bought Mario Kart World, no one would give a shit. You can make a video about Summer Game Fest. Who cares? Do you really get a return on your investment? You could just grift against why you didn't buy it. But the fact is, you bought it, you played it, you cucked out to Nintendo. You cucked out to Nintendo. And the next criticism is this guy flat out fucking lies about his playtime. Unless the dude literally has no life whatsoever. Okay? We know he sold his girlfriend a PlayStation 5. Sold. Not gave, sold his own girlfriend that. Where does he have time for his girlfriend? Not to get too personal. If he's actually playing games the way he says he is. Hundreds of hours into this game when it hasn't even been hundreds of hours in the week. 12 hours in Mario Kart World when it's been out 8 hours. This dude's a fucking liar and a joke. He can't review every game all the time constantly. This dude acted like he completed the entire Switch 2 collection on launch day. I saw the comments. People in the comments roast your ass. They say, oh, you completed the entire Switch 2 lineup in a mere few hours. You must be incredible. Obviously mocking you and making you into a joke that you are. But you cannot complete all these games as fast as you do being one guy. It's going to take me several weeks before my Mario Kart World review goes out. And you know what? There's something to be said about if you're forcing yourself to play a game multiple hours all in a row, that maybe you're not enjoying it as much as if you just take it in stride. You know what I mean? Just like they say, a rushed game is bad forever, but a game that you take time on is good forever. A rushed review is bad forever, but a review you take time on actually is effective. And I'm taking time with my review. Unlike you, sir, who played a few tracks and then said, oh, the game sucks. Because you went in with a negative attitude. Or you're just grifting to the audience. Pick one. Either you actually are this negative to Nintendo and Xbox, or you're just grifting. Either way, you're a dumbass. And that brings me to my last criticism, where I finally said, okay, I can't just ignore you anymore. I have to make this video. And that's about Splitgate 2. You literally are calling Splitgate 2 cringe when you're the most cringe YouTuber on the planet. You're literally calling Splitgate 2 so bad, so horrible. Again, citing the price on things, where you scammed your audience for teeth, but you're going to cite the price on things. $80 skins. I agree, $80 skins is fucking stupid. Don't buy it. You'll probably end up buying it anyway, just so you can review the skin and then complain and bitch and grift to your audience. However, I look at $80 skins and I go, yeah, that's fucking dumb. Good thing it's a free-to-play game and I don't need to buy the skin. When we talk about the gameplay of Splitgate 2, you said it sucked. No, it doesn't. Most people that I talk to and I played with like the gameplay. They like Arena. Onslaught, maybe not so great, but the Arena mode is fun. Portaling around is fun. The maps are close quarters. It feels like a mix of Halo and Call of Duty and Portal. It's a lot of fun. I haven't had a first-person shooter I've enjoyed this much since I was heavy into Halo Infinite. Luckily, Splitgate 2 is here, and it's free to fucking play. So I don't care if the skins are $8,000. I'm not clicking the button. You don't have to click the button, and nobody has to click the button to purchase the fucking microtransactions, you idiot. So let's get that straight. So this really wasn't like a super ranty video, but I just wanted to like let you all know that this guy, Dreamcastguy, is putting out these opinions that are a bunch of bullshit based off no real facts, and he's also either fake reviewing games or something, but he's not putting in all this time that he claims into these games. He says he takes his Steam Deck to the gym and he plays on his Steam Deck. What the fuck are you going to the gym for then? You go to the gym to play your Steam Deck? You're a fucking weirdo, man. Like, either you just truly are one of the weirdest guys ever, or you're a liar. So pick one. And with that being said, guys, I'm out of here. I'll bring more positive content to the channel at a later date. I will see you all later.